Supposedly, as Americans, we're supposed to be very, very happy about that reality. But I got news for you. The black community doesn't need to be happy about it. Because while the unemployment rate has dipped to 6.6%, which is a 5-year low, at the same time, the unemployment rate within the black community has elevated. It went from 11.8, 11.9% to 12.1%. In the midst of 8.5 million jobs being created, black folks are more unemployed than they've been. When you combine that with the fact that the black participation rate in the labor force has dipped 0.3% to about 60%. When you consider the fact that the black participation rate in the labor force of black males has dipped 0.7%. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a crisis going on in our community because we're on the verge of the extinction. Now Stephen A. works for ESPN and he's talking sports and what is this? This message, what's going on here? It's all relative because it's all business, and Stephen A is about business. The NBA is a multi-billion-dollar establishment. The average salary in the NBA is $5.7 million. The NFL is a multi-billion-dollar establishment between CBS, ESPN, NBC. The contract that they have on television alone is $23 billion. Then they just did a new deal with CBS. With CBS is getting the Thursday night games. At least 6 to 8 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't free. That was even more money. So what does it tell you? You got billions and billions and billions of dollars out there. In the world of sports. You watch us, you see me and Skip on First Take, you see Wilborn and Cohenheiser on PTI, you see ESPN all over the place along with other networks, and you see these pundits going off, and you're sitting there and rattling yourself saying, why are they talking like that? What's the relevancy to that? Why do they have to take that position? Because it's business. It's not a game. At any given moment, your life, your dreams, your aspirations could be snatched from your shoulders. Because you made a decision that is diametrically opposed to the agenda pertaining to their business. See, the beauty of this university, what you guys are made of, whether it's business, pre-law, pre-med, the fact of the matter is the money that you're paying for your education, the quality education that you're being provided for, ultimately positions you to take advantage of those opportunities. But I got news for you. You're not going anywhere unless you're listening to what I'm saying. Because if you think the piece of paper is good enough to get you over the hump, you lost already. You got to have a skill. And then after you have that skill, you have to have the ability to network that skill. You got to network. You got to control. You got to make contacts. You got to know people. You got to know where to go to receive the help that you need to position you to maximize the skills you developed. That's business. And what I love about sports is sports does it every day. Because you have these individuals who are incredibly talented, but somehow, some way they made sure they got noticed. The coaches they connected to. The programs they joined. And what you're seeing is people not just vouching about their abilities, they're vouching about their character. You know why? Because character sells. That's the reality. Sounds harsh? Get over it. It's life. I think I look good tonight. Suits custom tailored. Black, you know, bracelet's kind of nice. So's the watch. I think I look smooth. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. You know why? Because I wouldn't be on TV if I did. See, we get caught up in all of this other nonsense. We're allergic to conformity. We want to be mavericks, and we want to be renegades, and we want to do what we want to do. We want to be what we want to be. We want to look how we want to look. That's cool when you have your own money and you own your own business and you can do what you want to do. But when you need somebody else to sign the check, when you need somebody else to validate your significance to your particular industry, to authenticate and validate your skill set, and to sell it to people, you don't get to operate with impunity and autonomy. You have to conform. One of my best friends, and I call him a friend now more than ever before, is Allen Iverson. I love that brother. I know how real he is. I also know how real the mistakes were that he made. To some degree, I had to chronicle it. And it broke my heart to have to do it. And if he had made better decisions along the way, he might still be in the league. Allen Iverson is not out of the league because Allen Iverson can't play. Allen Iverson is out of the league because he spent a vast majority of his career living by his own rules and regulations. And the industry said enough, because we no longer need you the way we once did. We got LeBron, we got Kobe, we got Kevin Durant, we got D. Wade, we've got Melo, we've got Derrick Rose, we've got Russell Westbrook. We don't really need you as much as we once did. On the flip side, LeBron is thriving. Not just because he's the greatest player in the world, but because he's a businessman.